toad, dude. Look how fat that thing is. Woo! All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Do a little now recap here. Just out here in the garage sitting after, it's been a few weeks since I've had the tournament. Just haven't really had time to film. But we're out here kind of going over stuff for our next tournament coming up in a few weeks. We're looking forward to that one. So yeah, so the last tournament was a few weeks back, and the warming, we had a good warming trend going into the tournament. The weather was great, you know, temperature-wise was into the 80s, you know, up middle to lower to middle 70s the whole way leading up to the tournament. And we were all hoping for just it to be lights out, but it turned out to be complete opposite. For some reason or another, no one really knows why, but the fish just were not biting. And the ones that were like 10-inch long and just tiny. And so it was a very, very tough tournament. And then on top of that, the wind was blowing around 40 mile an hour. Like sustained winds were 20, 25, gust up to 40. It turned out to be a pretty challenging day on the water. There weren't a lot of fish weighed in. There were 22 of us in this particular tournament. And I think out of the 22, I think 7 of us weighed in 2 fish. And then the rest, you know, there was a few others that caught 1. Some didn't catch any. You know, it's just the way it goes. But to have everybody only catch 2 to weigh in, it's just unheard of. And I fish against some guys that they're pretty good. So it goes to show you how bad how tough the conditions were. The fish just did not cooperate. I mean, I fished just all kinds of different types of structure, logs, you know. I even found a spot clear up by a silt dam that had moving water flowing into it, and even there I couldn't get bit. You know, it was just a perfect spot for bass to be setting up to ambush, and just nothing. There's just nothing there. I don't know what it is with that lake, but right now it's just not good. It's Lake Icaria, like I say, here in central Iowa, and like I say, it's just not where it needs to be. It's been good in the years past, and I've had good luck here in the past. I actually got I've won here a few years ago, and I can put a link to that, and I actually have that on in one of my videos. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll try to put a link up there for you. So yeah, we've had some good history here, and so I had that going into my head, that it kind of had a little bit of confidence going into the lake. And the temperatures, like I say, the temperatures were great. The water temps were low to mid 60s. So, you know, we should have just timed it perfect, but not the case. I think around 5 pounds won for 2 fish, and I think I had around 4 and change. So I was able to get 2, and somehow I just got lucky. Got me 4th place, made me a little bit of money, and all money goes towards the next tournament. So we're fortunate enough to land with 4th place and got some valuable points. But so basically how I was catching them, and I caught a few off and on throughout the day, just slow. Let's say a lot of little ones, but the 2 keepers that I did catch ended up coming on a shaky head. It's a Zoom trick worm, just a standard jig head, nothing special. But that's what my fish came on. I was just dragging it real slow across some wind-blown points. You know, I tried fishing it across rock piles. I fished it against wood. I mean, I threw it just dirt shallow. I threw it everywhere. But the only places that I really got bit were off of some of the main points, and some kind of just some secondary points that were getting hit by the wind pretty hard. Just able to put it in front of a few, and got bit. Happy to have them. Like I say, I tried a lot of things. I tried some offshore stuff that usually, I mean, there were fish there. I could mark them. I mean, there were fish everywhere that I was marking. They just weren't biting. I mean, you know, obviously some of them weren't bass, but they were there. You know, they just didn't want to cooperate, and it is what it is. But so yeah, you know, we struggled, but we were, at the end of the day, we were happy to weigh in 2 and squeak into 4th place somehow, and we're looking forward to the next one. The next one's up in Okoboji, and we're going to be fishing the east and west, and all the connecting lakes for that matter. So we're looking forward to that one. That's going to be in a few weeks. So hopefully we can get some better footage. Like I said, it's just been kind of a grind here the last couple tournaments. Um, just really been kind of dropping the ball and getting some decent footage for you guys. It would help if the fish would cooperate. You know, it doesn't really make for good content when I'm just out there casting and casting and casting and not catching anything. So hopefully the next tournament will show out and everybody will catch them good, and then we'll have some really good action on the water. Say it's just been a couple last two tournaments have been a grind. They really haven't been they haven't been good. They've been tough. Fishing's been tough. I know there's some other guys in other tournament trails that are just putting up 20 pound bags, 25-pound bags. It's just a matter of time before we can time it right ourselves for our trail. Like I say, I think this next tournament's going to be a big one. I think it's going to take at least 20 pounds to get into the money, and hopefully we'll be able to find them. If I can get a 20-pound bag, I mean, that would make for a great tournament. And, like I say, that's what I'm shooting for. I'm shooting for 20. Hopefully all smallies. I doubt it, but that's what we're going for. So stay tuned for that, guys. It should be a good one. Like I say, appreciate all y'all watching, and until next time, we'll see you on the water. Peace.